whatever.
Good
thumbs up
day.
it's meant to
Good
be.
day to you. Good day.
Good
What
day.
day
Let's
is it?
just
Who
do the
knows what?
good day.
Oh no. It can. It's 11:07. I'm on a day off.
This is
I'm
weird,
not
right?
at
My
work.
computer clock says 11, but my iPhone says 11:07. What's happened to my computer that it's 7 minutes? I'm 7 minutes behind.
Is it a PC or an Apple?
It's an Apple,
Oh.
so we shouldn't
You
have
just
that issue.
no. You've just deflated my my argument. Then.
So I know you've been away in Berlin.
Yep.
Yeah, you had a great weekend, so you know nothing
I
about
did. So
football.
I left you last week as I was just about to fly off to Berlin. And I came back last night. So ask me anything you want about football that I haven't seen for the last 6 days.
All right, but I'll ask you a different question.
Oh, okay.
The budget yesterday, as a beer drinker,
Oh,
what do you feel
brilliant.
about the 1 penny, off a
Oh,
pint?
chuffed a bit. Chuffed a bit. Every weekend, I reckon I'm going to get a free pint now because I've worked out our local one for a pint of IPA is £7.75. So save a penny each one. 775 pints later, I effectively get a free one. So that's literally Saturday lunchtime, Saturday evening, Sunday lunchtime. So every weekend, I'm going to get a free pint. 775 pints. That's all it takes to get a free pint. What a budget.
What a generous government. I love it.
Oh,
You know, like you go in coffee shops and you can buy those loyalty cards, and for every 10 or 9 purchases, you get one free. That's not happening in beer, is it?
it is every 775.
You can have a really big long card with 770 little dots on it that have got to be crossed off every time. I love it.
Yeah, but don't worry about saving the rainforest. All those little ticks, all that paper you're going to need for those 775 little bits of credit. Sod it. But
So
yeah.
anyway, let me tell you a couple. You missed all football, so I'll happily bring you up to speed.
Literally, yeah. I did see a little bit of Villa.
Happened.
I did see a little bit of Villa last night lose, and then I went to bed and thought,
Villa, yes, top of the European Champions League, absolutely amazing. Drew at home on Saturday in the league to Ipswich, who've not won a game yet, and lost at home last night in the Carabao Cup to Crystal Palace. No, but cup's a cup, Michael.
Yes, but did you see who was playing in last night? Very exciting news. Did you not see? Mings was back. Mings was back. His first game since the first game of last season when he injured himself. So he's back. So that's good. So we've got some
story about Mings, right? One of the guys in our football fantasy league, Guy. Shout out to Guy, Arsenal.
Hello,
fan.
Guy.
He had Mings from week 1 last year and kept him all season. So Mings remained on his bench for 37 out of 38 games.
Well,
and I kept saying to him, it means he's not coming back this year, and he kept saying, yeah, I know, but I can't really afford to swap him. No, you can't afford not to swap him.
Because every week he went down in value because he was worth nothing.
We won't talk about the mighty Arsenal. Robbed against Liverpool on Sunday. But anyway, the big news, Michael, big news, Erik Ten Hag has been fired. Finally been fired by Manchester United. The sad news is the rest of us all wanted him to remain.
Well, actually,
because he was good for the Premier League and he was good for all the other teams in the Premier League.
I do have a little bit of a stat there. I did look up just before we started because I thought I'll get one picture.
Is that all he spent?
Well, is that all? But when you look at his stats, he's actually, yes, he's not brilliant, but he's not that bad compared to other people.
Well, here's the
his
question.
win-rate ratio and things like that actually aren't ridiculously low or anything like that. So
the question is, what do Man United fans want? Because he won them 2 trophies in 2 seasons.
Yeah.
But obviously that's not good enough. So they're still obviously all living in the past. Shout out to all Man U fans that somehow believe that they should win the Champions League and the Premier League every season or every other season.
Yeah.
When that's very difficult to do.
Yeah, and I mean, yes, the bottom going on relegation.
Well,
stuff
they
like
are
that. But
14th. They are
yeah,
14th in the league, which is almost bottom.
we haven't even had
So
14 games. So
so he's been replaced by Van Nistelrooy, who had his first game in charge last night and won 5-2 against the mighty Leicester City. So now it's like, ooh, do we keep? Oh, but then they are apparently want to pay 10 million to buy the Ruben Amor. How do you spell his name? Amorin, coach from Porto. He's 39, young coach. Porto are always in the Champions League, always play good football. But is he just going to be another Erik Ten Hag or an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
well, that's the thing. They have sacked him at a time when they could only buy or get another manager who's out of contract or who's available,
Well,
sort
he's
of,
not. They got to
or
pay to keep
paying,
him.
or you're going to pay stupid money. So yeah, but that
Yeah. Ineos in the summer had the chance to replace him, and I think somehow because he won the FA Cup, he managed to survive. But I was looking the other day, and everyone's going on about how Radcliffe and Ineos and how great they are. Well, ever since they took over Sky Racing, the bike team,
mm.
their performances have gone down.
and
So
and he's had to plow a load more money into his car company.
yeah, so how good are they? And the one thing he has been good at is cutting costs at Old Trafford, because I don't think they allow the staff to have sandwiches on their
I think
away
he's cut the
trips.
cost on tiles on the roof as well because the water seems to come through quite a
Yes,
bit.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
They got an inferior roof tilings.
Yes. There,
Yeah,
yeah.
so yeah, I
Oh,
mean, that's as much about them as anybody would possibly want to say. So sorry to see you go, Ten Hag. You were always good for 6 points as far
and
as
you,
Arsenal
yeah.
were concerned.
And I hope you
Um,
enjoy your retirement fund because I'm sure he's got a few quid. Considering he's just signed a new contract,
yeah,
I'm sure he's got a
I
while
mean,
left on it.
being fired as a football manager must be just like heaven.
Oh yeah. Oh,
The
oh,
stress goes immediately, and your bank account zooms up by an extra
well,
10 million.
I know a friend of mine who went to school with Pardew, and
Yeah.
and it was written in his contract. So however many years ago it was, he was a manager. That whenever he got sacked, by the end of the day, there had to be £1 million put in his bank account, and that's like however many years that was ago. And he was manager for Palace and people like
And
that.
the
So,
man got sacked a lot.
yeah, and
In
apparently it
fact,
had
he
to be like,
somehow, I think it's a strategy. Right. So Ten Hag, he gets bought out of Ajax, money in his back pocket. He gets fired from Man United, money in his back pocket. Mourinho's the best at this. Ten Hag will get another job.
mm, why
And
do you want one?
inevitably, from that other job, he will again be fired.
But why do you want
So,
one? Just
well, no,
you've
no, no,
now
no.
got
You
20,
know
30
what?
million in the bank. Go off and enjoy it.
It's like, I think Southgate's quite smart. He made a lot of money out of managing England. Why would he make himself look a buffoon, which he would, if he were to manage a top Premier League team?
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's probably best to sit in retirement. Maybe the best thing to do is a bit of TV commentary where you can just
Or
say what
your
you like, a
kids. Do
bit
your
like we
kids
do.
Sunday so do your kids Sunday afternoon games.
Yeah.
Mind you, that'd
Yeah.
be embarrassing if you lost that though, wouldn't it? In your
Put something back into the grassroots, not stop running around trying to get another job and another 10 million
Can
payout. I
you
mean,
imagine that?
Mourinho has gone from what? He came from what? Spain, Portugal, over here, did 3 or 4 clubs over here. Then he's buggered off to back to Italy. Then he's in Turkey. Where can he go next? Saudi Arabia next.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
We
got
know
to
what
be the
happens.
next place.
Yeah, well, that other bloke's getting sacked, and he's got 60 odd million put in the bank, and he that Italian guy.
Yeah.
He's getting booted out. So yeah, I'll tell you what, happy
Oh,
to be
love
sacked
it.
for a few million quid.
Absolutely love it. So last night, we had the Carabao Cup. Tuesday and last night. Last night, Tottenham beat Manchester City. Pep
Hmm.
did not look happy.
Well,
And they're
I'm
now saying, because
weekend.
the rumor is, or not the rumor, the facts are that in his second year, wherever he is, in Postecoglou wins a trophy. So this could be Spurs' year in the three-handled cup.
No. God,
They
you're
got
a
Man United. They got Man United next, and I mean, who's going to be the manager? We don't know, but they can beat them. If they can beat City, they can beat Man U.
But City are now bleating that they've only got 13 fit players, aren't they?
Yeah. Although actually Spurs did beat Man City, but lost away to Crystal Palace at the weekend, which is, although then you lost to Crystal Palace.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with
Clearly they're a good team. The other thing I saw in the papers this week was Wrexham. So we know Wrexham have already got the 2 Hollywood owners.
Yeah.
And they just done some deal with a beer company as well. They've just done a deal with another billionaire. So my prediction is 4 or 5 years from now, they'll be in the Premier League. They're in Division 1 and they're in 3rd place at the moment.
Yeah, that puts them 4 or 5.
Puts them into the Championship, potentially as early as next season. Yeah, couple of seasons in the Championship, because that's a hard one to get out of. But
that's a film. That's a film, isn't it? Coming from that's a film from non-league through.
Yeah, I mean, amazing. It would be absolutely amazing.
Deadpool, that would be their new team. That would be Deadpool take on Liverpool.
Deadpool. So things you missed then win the Fantasy League.
Right.
Last weekend. Woods of Forest scored again. So he's second in the goal scoring charts behind Haaland.
I must admit, I am thinking of redoing my whole team this weekend.
And they've got 3 of their next 5 games are winnable. They do have Arsenal and City amongst those 5, but 3 of them are winnable. But I tell you the team to watch now. No one's going to believe me. I've already got one of their players, and I'm thinking of having another one.
Right.
Is Wolves.
Oh, right. Okay.
So Wolves haven't won a game in the first 8. We had 8 weeks, 9 weeks now. 9 weeks. But their next 8 fixtures are all winnable.
Right, if they played all the top teams, had all the hard games, all that, right?
And if they play as well as they have played, because they've been, they've played well, they just haven't won the games. I'm thinking that there could be some big points coming from Wolves players. That would be my tip. Don't bother with it. Don't bother with it, which they're doomed.
Oh, hang on. Where's my little picture for your tips? Haven't I got a picture for your?
Oh, you have got a picture for my tips.
Robin's tips.
Robin's tips, yeah.
Although it's got shut a thing or
not. Does it, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
So anyway, so where are we? We won't worry about Liverpool cheating their way to a draw at Arsenal. Oh, I must tell you, right? So I'm not feeling particularly well on Saturday morning.
Hungover?
And I get a text from a lady I know, and she says, would you like my Arsenal-Liverpool ticket? This was for the following day, Sunday. I can't go because I've left my glasses in my country home and I'm now back in London. So I paid her the £105.80 it cost me for the ticket, which was face value. Even Bill would have tried to charge me more, and I went, and the people that she normally sits next to or whatever, where is she? Where's Julie? I said, she hasn't got her glasses, so she couldn't make it. I mean, tip, Julie, get yourself a second pair of glasses if I were you. Well, no, don't, because obviously I'll take your ticket anytime.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got your country home, obviously like Bill has as well.
Lord Bill of the Manor.
Yeah, you can actually have a pair of glasses, or wear contact lenses. Because then you put them on in the morning, and they go with you everywhere.
Apparently, Specsavers come to you now. So, I mean, there's no excuse. What she should have done was got to London and called up Specsavers. Oi, get around here now. Get me a pair of replacement glasses. I have to go to attend a very important match. So I went full of dread because of all the injuries and suspensions and stuff. But actually, we played really well.
VAR upset you?
Probably a fair result in the end. I mean, a bit of VAR here and there, but.
You heard that here. Robin said it was a fair result. I mean, miracles do happen. No.
Well, yeah, a fair result, I suppose. Okay. We're coming into week 10, Michael. Week 10. This is when the league itself takes shape.
Yeah.
So at the moment, City are top, but Liverpool right behind them. This weekend's fixtures, City are away to Bournemouth. The Bournemouth are not a bad side. And Bournemouth probably got a full squad. City complain they've only got 13 players. So you know what? There could be an upset on the cards this week. I mean, last week was so frustrating. If you had Haaland, right? Some
How many
people
people
triple
Oh,
captained. Some people triple captained him, and he got the goal in the first couple of minutes against Southampton. You think, okay, it's 5, 6, 10 goals, and that was it. That was it for the whole game. Just the one goal.
Do you know what? I'm thinking of changing my whole team this week, using my whatever card point it is.
Oh, your free transfer card.
Yeah, and it is one of those things. Do you bother with Haaland? Because
yes, that's interesting
because
I was in the pub last night with some other chappies, and we talked a little bit about fantasy league. And one of them, who's doing very well in another league, not our league, he doesn't have Haaland because his argument is for 15 million, you can get yourself a better midfield and a better an attack, and we're probably going to score as many goals. So he's got Saka, Salah, and Palmer in his midfield, which is pretty impressive.
I mean, Saka at the moment is doing better than Haaland, but I just know fine well, as soon as I go, right, I'm not having Haaland this week, there'll be a hat-trick on the cards, won't there? As soon as you do it.
Of course. No, of course. I mean, that's what happened to me last weekend, but, got to be brave, Michael. Got to be brave.
Well, I have dropped down again, so I've gone down the league again. So
got to consider Liverpool players. Liverpool are at home to Brighton. They beat them away last night 3-2, and their next game is against Brighton again. So you got to think that they can win that, and I think that could put them top again. Arsenal's got a difficult one. It's the Saturday morning 12:30 kickoff away to Newcastle. However, we do want revenge for that cheating goal decision last season. So I think that could be quite good.
That's what I like about you. You never hold a grudge.
I don't hold any grudges. No.
You never remember.
Sunday's good though.
Oh,
your boys are away to the mighty Spurs,
and
the mighty Postecoglou team.
I've got a funny feeling son-in-law will be ringing up and going, "What are you doing Sunday? Are you doing anything? Oh, well, we might pop over for lunch."
He's a Spurs fan, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna. I mean, after your last two results, old Dick Emery's got to be very worried about his future. Well, it's all very well sitting top of the European League when you only play teams like Real Madrid and Barcelona. you can't beat Ipswich and Crystal Palace. You're in big.
But I think most Villa fans are realistic and realise that we'll probably end up about 6 or something like that. I don't think we're going to end up top 3 or anything like that. But it'd be nice if we did. But hey ho,
Michael, it's a shame.
No, but I'm like you. Just say we never said we'd win the league. Oh no, we've never said that.
I never said we'd win the league, and I stick to that this season. I still think we'll come third behind City and Liverpool. And I don't know who's going to come first out of City or Liverpool. Be amazing if Slot comes in and wins the league in his first season.
That would be good. But City are giving up the excuses now that we've only got 13 players. We've only got 13.
Yeah. We've got more money than God. We've had years and years and years of cheating the system to get the best 3 teams that 3 players in every position, but now suddenly we don't have enough for a full bench.
I did laugh at.
My heart goes out to them.
I do laugh at their Ballon d'Or player. Their Ballon d'Or player. Oh, you win the Ballon d'Or. He's out for the season.
Well, actually, let's just switch to that for a second. Yes, he did win it, which is great. Because it normally goes to a Real Madrid player, it normally goes to a striker, somebody who wins the European Cup. So Vinicius Jr. is beside himself because he didn't win it. And I think even Jude Bellingham thought he might have a sniff. So Madrid are they boycotted it. They didn't turn up to the event. Or was it because the fact they'd just come off a 4-0 hammering in the El Clasico by Barcelona at the weekend? So it's actually not gone too well for them.
A little bit sore losers
this week. Sore losers they are. Also this weekend is Man U versus Chelsea. Now this is now a new invigorated Van Nistelrooy goal-scoring machine Man U versus Chelsea, who were doing well but lost 2-0 last night to Newcastle. But again, they are a club that has 7 first teams. So I don't know which one they played last night, but I'm sure no one who played last night will play on, Sunday.
Well, we've got none of our Villa players normally played last night, so we've got plenty of energy for the weekend.
Plenty of energy for the weekend. Yeah, we played away at Preston last night. Young 17-year-old Namwari scored his 3rd goal in 2 first team appearances. Pretty impressive.
We had Durant playing. He didn't do any karate kicking.
He's our new superstar. I tell you what we'll do. In a couple of years' time, we'll sell Saka to Real Madrid for 200 million, and Namwari will just step into his place. He'll only be 19. That's the way. That's the way to do it. Bring through players.
You've had young on that, haven't you?
Sell them. And also on Sunday we got Fulham versus Brentford, which will actually be quite a good game because they're both playing quite well at the moment. There could be some interesting fantasy points there.
That's not on Sunday.
Yeah, it is. There's 3 games this Sunday.
That's Monday.
It's in Monday. Is
Fulham Brentford's Monday. It's the Spurs, Villa, Man U, Chelsea Sunday.
Yeah, well done. Thank God for that because, yeah. Okay,
I might know fuck all about football, but I can read something that's just off to my screen here showing me the actual fixtures.
You can read your teleprompter.
I can read my BBC website screen of fixtures here.
So just to finish off, a couple of things in our fantasy league. So we have 80-odd players, as you know, in our fantasy league. It's a very competitive league, and at the moment, it's being led by the lovely Cara, Arsenal fan. Hey, go Cara! She's top. It's the first time we've had a lady, a woman, at the top of our league in any of the seasons. So that's very impressive. And this. So I had to award her Manager of the Month for October because it was just a outstanding.
Didn't have to. She deserved it.
Well, no, I had no choice. I mean, she was just outstanding. So big shout out to Cara. So I got a green card, by the way, Michael.
Yep.
And I moved up from 63rd to 62nd.
2 weeks on the trot. That's 2 weeks on the trot, isn't it?
I know. I
think Diamond Dogs did as well, but not by a lot.
The comeback starts here. Oh, Diamond Dogs. Well, in our European Cup, I was drawn against the Diamond Dogs, as you know, and I beat them. And thank you for the 3 points. You didn't give me any bonus points, but I thank you. I thank you greatly for the 3 that I got.
You're welcome, because I changed the team last week, so you're welcome.
Yeah, you didn't do very well, did you, last week? Did you do well last week? No. So anyway, this weekend is round 6 of our European Cup. And at the moment, you are in Group 1, as you know, and I think, were leader after week 1, but you're now 9 points off the top. And you'll get beat this weekend because you're up against Bidemy, and I think he came 2nd last season. So I think you've had
last season. That's last season. Hey,
your chips are now fried, my friend. Your son-in-law is 2nd in his group with 19 points. So he looks like someone who will probably progress to the knockout round when we eventually get there. I'm now up to 3rd in my group, which is good. And I should beat Steve this weekend. I'm sorry, Steve, if you're listening, but you're going to get beat because I had a look at the statistics over the last few weeks and I've outscored you in the last 4 weeks. So I think you're done. You are toast. Toast. So this weekend we've got Ryan, your son-in-law, versus Neil Curtis. That's Spurs on Spurs this weekend. So hopefully they'll both lose. They'll both lose. Cara is versus Mark. Mark is 8th. They're both Arsenal fans, so that's also a friendly fire game. But my favourite one is the matchup in Group 5. Archie, a Spurs fan, lives in Australia. He's up against Andy Bowater, an Arsenal fan who lives in New Zealand. We are a truly international
Oh, Antipodean clash.
fantasy league, aren't we, Michael? We're global, my friends.
That
Global.
is. You carry on round, you get to America, and there's some there as well. Yeah.
We got some in America as well, and we got Julian, Arsenal fan, versus Harris, a Spurs fan. So it's quite a lot going on this weekend. But welcome back, Michael. I hope you're not going off for another enjoyable weekend in one of the flesh pots of Eastern Europe.
No, nothing.
Europe.
No, nothing done. I've just found a quiz here on the old Premier League site as well. I'll have to do a quiz on you one week.
You can do that. So I think that should be it for now, Michael.
Yep. Okie dokie, mate.
I think it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from everyone else around and all that.
From you. And by the way, we've got so many listeners now. It's amazing. We're zooming up the charts. Absolutely zooming up the charts. I've got a couple of people listen the other week who they went, "What's this podcast you've got?" Because the other thing, did I tell you this? Did we do this last week? But oh no, I sent it to you, didn't I? What? Our pod has appeared in my list podcast without me even downloading it.
Yep. Well, there you go.
So therefore, obviously, they're pushing it as the must listen podcast, and we haven't even spoken about James this week. There you go.
We just have. You just have.
James who? Anyway, goodbye, Michael.
Bye bye. I don't know why I'm waving. There's no one actually watches it, but.